All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone had a fantastic Monday and a great start to the week, other than the Bills versus Chiefs game last night. I know that had a lot of people upset, except for, you know, people that live in Kansas City, I guess. But that's about it. Everyone else was rooting for the Bills, at least as far as I know. People in their right mind were rooting for the Bills. But now it's time to switch to rooting for the Eagles because that's the state I live in. But let's get started here. So pretty much going into tonight, there's going to be a potent cold front coming down. It's draped over eastern Canada right now, right over Ontario, Canada, and it's going to be dropping southward throughout the night. This is at 2 a.m. right here. It's pushing into northwestern New York, northwestern Pennsylvania, and it's going to bring a line of very heavy snow squalls, mainly west of the Appalachian Mountain Range. Not much is going to make it over top of the mountains, as you can see here, as the and normally it doesn't. Normally it doesn't make it over. Every once in a while, if you have a really, really strong Arctic front, it can make it over the mountains. But this one, it's a strong Arctic front, but it's just not strong enough and not enough moisture to last over the mountains. You might get a snow squall or snow shower here or there along like the eastern seaboard up here, maybe east of the mountains down here, but nothing, not much, nothing like they're gonna see over here. I mean, they're gonna get a brief period of very heavy snow, very blinding snow. Um, but most of it's going to dissipate once it reaches the mountain range. As you can see here, it shows, and this is 11 a.m. Most of it's gone, but it's going to bring a nice punch of cold air. And I want to show you here real quick. We're going to get two punches of cold air, and that's thanks to these two disturbances coming down. So here's the first one, and then here is the second one. So you got one. I'll show you right here. I'm going to draw on here. Got to turn that on. Got to select my color. All right, here is the first disturbance, and then right up here is the second disturbance. And I'll show you here real quick. Let me clear that. All right, boom. That's the first one right there. And then here comes the second one, Tuesday into Wednesday. That snow is going to be confined to northern Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire. Pretty much all of New England's going to get some light snow out of this. Nothing major, nothing that we're not used to living in the Northeast, but it's going to bring two punches of cold air, two fresh punches of some cold Arctic air. And I'll show you that here in the anomaly. Oh, that's actually going to be over here. All right, so here, this is 1 p.m. today. As we advance forward, there's the first punch right up in here in the northeast. And then as we advance forward, here comes the second disturbance. You can barely see it there. It's bringing just a little fresh injection of cold air into the northeast. But that's not the end of the story because it will get warmer. And I say warmer very cautiously because it's not going to be warm, but it's going to be warmer than what we're used to the last few weeks. And that's going to be thanks to, let me see if I can pull it up here. MSLP anomaly. I like this map here. All right. So let's see here. All right. Right here. I'm going to show you. This high pressure, clockwise rotation, low pressure, counterclockwise rotation. You're going to get the warm anomalies right in here. And I'll show you that real quick here. Thermodynamics, two mean temperature anomaly. There's the warm air. Because of the high pressure sitting off the coast, bringing some warm southern air up to the north, and then also the low pressure that's going to be moving up from the southwest, which is right now, and I'll show you in just a second, sitting off the coast of California, but it's going to push up just like this and across through the mid-Atlantic, and it's going to bring some rain to southern Pennsylvania and maybe some snow to northern Pennsylvania and New York and points north. Nothing major is going to weaken as it comes across, but I will show you that in just a second. All right, let's go here. All right, so here is the disturbance right now. Um, Sitting out here over the California West Coast, bringing some much needed precipitation to fire-stricken areas such as the Palisade area, the Eaton Fire area, the Hughes, the Border Fire. Just bringing some much needed precipitation, rain and mountain snow to California, areas that need it the most. Still not enough, but it's definitely better than nothing. It's going to help them with fighting the fires. But this system is going to eject out kind of like this right over Texas. And then that's going to be responsible for producing some severe weather. And I'll do a video on that tomorrow. Um, will diagnose some of the severe weather ingredients that are going to be present and what could possibly turn out to be another severe weather outbreak down south. But this bowling ball of a low pressure is gonna eject kind of out into the Midwest here. As you watch it here, it slowly meanders out here before it gets caught up in the main flow and then really accelerates eastward. And really, the GFS and the European are pretty similar. So this is the European, this is the GFS. Not much of a difference, really. I mean, the European is a little bit more closed off. But not it's not going to result in much of a difference. And then as we move forward here, GFS, European, still pretty similar location, pretty similar in intensity. And then as we move forward here, this is Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So this is the European, this is the GFS. Both a little different, but nothing crazy, no stark differences between the two. But you got this piece of energy, and sorry. I'm going to show you. I'm going to clear the drawings here and got the piece of energy right in here. It's going to be responsible for producing, and I'll show you, be responsible for producing some precipitation moving up into the mid-Atlantic and northeast and Great Lake areas. And then as we advance forward, the piece of energy, it's very elongated, and that's why you're getting a lot of precipitation reaching far southwards too. And you're getting precipitation to reach pretty far across in the north, just like this. I mean, the precipitation shield is pretty wide up in here, and then it also extends all the way down here. But you got a really large lobe of vorticity coming across. So that's going to be responsible for producing a pretty wide area of precipitation. Let's see here. Let's clear that. Let's move forward here into the weekend. Oh, and it accelerates and goes off the coast. So that's pretty much it. Um, Hope you guys enjoy. And then catch us tomorrow for an update on the severe weather outbreak and more mourning of the loss of the Bills. Toodaloo.